Alright, very good evening ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Hearthstone Standoff, presented to you by EpicGamingTelevision. We have with us today two different teams, and that's Team RKF Fanboys versus ManaSurge. Now, both of these teams are from Singapore. The format in which they're going to play is very simple. We're actually going to do elimination style standoff, which means that each player will play two classes. They will only be out of this series if they lose twice, and the whole team will be out if every single one of those classes are out. So what it means is this, that every single time a player loses with a class, the team will not be able to pick up that class for the future games again, and that is looking to be a little bit bad if you look at the current situation on the screen here, where Kirie Fanboys is actually down by 4 classes. They are left with only the Hunter, the Druid, the Priest, as well as the Paladin. And for ManaSurge, looking very healthy themselves. We still have all 6 classes except for the Hunter and Warrior. Do note, both teams have already done the banning a little bit earlier. I think way before yesterday, its first episode. That would be the Warlock as well as the Druid from both sides, completely addressed. So RKF will not be able to play Warlock, and ManaSurge, very renowned for their Druid, will also not be able to do that there. So that said, people here are going to do a bit of a solo cast, because life is as such, and we're going to have the standoff begin in just a short while. I'm actually pretty excited for today because I am going to disclose the players that's going to come up next. We're looking to have both Trinity up against the strong deck of the Rogue, and that would be Wensushi's very own Miracle deck, Rogue deck. Want to see how that's actually going to work out here, because we all know for sure Trinity is a fantastic player, and the Rogue is just one hell of a Rogue. You generally don't come into these games expecting that the Rogue's very easy to handle, because RNG is one factor, that's right. But if you look at Sushi's RNG, this is just one hell of a crazy, you can say lucky boy there. But that said, I'm actually kind of surprised and excited for this game, because I know that Trinity he's got a lot of classes that he's good at, but he's exceptionally good at Warlock that he cannot play because it's been banned. So he does have the Hunter, the Druid, the Priest, and the Paladin to play with here in this particular game. And do note, he will bring one class with him. I'm pretty sure he should come out with the Hunter, because the aggro deck has one of the best chances. The other 3 are kind of like just jokes there. We have the Hunter deck doing a lot of good counter measures against the Rogue, and it's gonna be boiling down to a bit of the draw there. So because I'm doing a bit of solo cast, it's gonna take some time. Because again, I have the problem of not able to talk and type at the same time. This is a very manly problem. We all understand that. Only women can multitask, men can never do that. So I'm proud to be this half of this gender, or rather on this side of the gender circle, and I acknowledge my deficiencies. That's it. We have the first game here, looking to be underway very quickly. It's so far the score is looking to just be about 2-4. So you guys can see on screen there, ManaSurge of course with the 4 points. First team to reach 8 points is gonna win this particular series. But before we go there, I'm also gonna have to tell you guys that because Sushi's connection is not the best, he's gonna have to take the top half of this board. If not, ManaSurge is by default taking the bottom half. So therefore, Trinity is gonna be there, and he will be there for quite some time, seeing how the rest of the ManaSurge members may not have very good connection. But again, because of the lack of spectator mood, there is always the possibility of having a bit of a latency problem here. So I hope you guys enjoy this series nonetheless, and forgive me if there are moments in which the stream may lag a little bit and stuff like that, because this is after all a very humble game without any spectator mood, so there's nothing much you could probably do about it. So yeah, that's it. I think we are ready to start. Where the hell are these players right now? Alright. Okay. Do feel free to type in the chat what you think. If you got any advice, anything that you see on the screen that's kinda off and you'd like to bring to my attention. Really like to have the extra company here, seeing how we have a lot of viewers already waiting for this prize match here. But yeah. So all the best, guys. We have actually both of them can kinda hear me, cannot kinda hear me. Because they can always tune the stream. In case you guys are wondering, this is broadcast kind of live here, and we're looking at very interesting measures of pretty good live coverage. But the problem with live is that it must at least have some form of delay, because players can still tune in from their home, and that is a bit of a detriment that we're gonna have to fix. But yeah, along with all the other games that I've casted before my entire life here, live generally have these issues there. But that's it. Gonna show you guys the game screen here. We're taking Trinity for the bottom half of this board. Hope you like the little planky effect that we created overnight there. And Sushi is gonna be on the top half of this board. When I say Sushi, I refer to Wensushi. And Trinity is gonna be the Hunter. So yeah, I'm right. Hunter up against the Rogue. Very aggressive stance here. I'm actually kind of amazed that Sushi didn't really change much of his deck, because do note side decking is allowed here for both teams. Even if you lose or win, it's okay. The only thing that's gonna trade is that you need to make sure that if you win, you play using the same class. So there's a lot of versatility in this game here. You can expect the Rogue to play a bit of a mid game, late game with a lot of good neutral creeps there. But nope, it seems like Sushi is still gonna go for the Miracle Rogue approach. Gonna use a little bit of a nice shift there. And now it's gonna be back to the Hunter. The Hunter's hand is not really looking very good. One of the reasons why I say this is because, you know, against the Rogue, you want to have a lot of increased pressure. That's minions, minions, minions. He doesn't have that. No Blue Kill Torpedo. He does have one Wolf Rider, so that's pretty alright. But Wolf Rider combos very nice with the PC Sergeant. Not sure if he's gonna use that for this particular turn, or he's gonna save up the combo for turn 4. We're gonna see how that's gonna work out here. Now back to Wensushi's hand, we have very good SI Agent combo, but it's only turn 3 here, which means that he doesn't have the mana for that, and it's gonna have to play very passively. He also doesn't have a very good starting hand compared to the, I don't know, to the previous 10 starting hands that I've seen from this Rogue deck. You know, it's always the Leroy Jenkins, always a Shadow Step. So yeah, he's actually gonna play Thalnos. Don't agree with this play. Would have actually just dagger up here and go for face. Yep, there we go. Because Thalnos, you wanna just save it up for good combo. We all know Thalnos have problems surviving. Against the Hunter may not necessarily be so, but it's only a 2 drop with 1/1 health there. Very easy to kill. So Trinity opting for the very lucky enemy companion. He picks up Misha, very good bear there, Mother Bear of all. Pretty interesting stuff there coming up from Trinity, because I would also play this card, seeing how the Wolf Rider combos very nicely with the PC Sergeant, and that the opponent already has got that dagger there. So you generally don't want to play stuff that you know is gonna die. So here comes the Eviscerate, chops down Misha very nicely. We have bear paw meat and soup after this as well. Trinity now is probably gonna have to make some tough call here. He does have double Wolf Rider, which is gonna make me to think that the Wolf Rider is probably gonna get buffed up by PC Sergeant, because it's turn 4. That's gonna deal 5 damage straight to the face of the Rogue. Rogue's down to just about 21, not down enough yet. He needs to go a little bit more aggressively. But yeah, looking at his hand, you know, it's not the perfect hand here for Trinity. But here comes also the Fan of Knives. Very easy answer to the situation here. And also Cold Blood. So now Blood Mage is going to deal a total of 5 damage, returning the favor in kind. Indeed. Also look at the 2 top decks there for Sushi. That's 1 Sap and 1 really irritating Gadgets and Auctioneer. So now it's going to be back to Trinity. Trinity's hand looks pretty alright. No Beast, so Kill Command, no Synergy there yet. This Blood Mage is very irritating. That's the problem. You can't really kill this Blood Mage, and it's a 5/1. He doesn't want to sacrifice Eaglehorn Bow here, but I think he doesn't really have a choice. You're gonna have to take a 5 damage. He can alternatively try and go for the face, but he can effectively only deal 7 damage offhand at any one point after turn 6, plus the fact that he will need he can deal heal power every now and then, so he will have the ability to decide if he wants to do that. He's gonna play a sniper. Very lucky and smart play. Kinda like it. And the reason why is because it's turn 5, turn 6 next here for Sushi. He probably would play something like a a Gadgets and Auctioneer, but he's gonna use Thalnos to try and proc see if it's actually explosive trap. It's not, so he knows that something is up. If he goes with the Gadgets and Auctioneer here, he is gonna regret so badly. The sniper is gonna be the automatic counter here. I hope he doesn't play that. But yeah, that said, Trinity playing very smart here. SIAJ will be the safer play, of course. Want to see how that's actually gonna work out here. He's actually gonna play. Yep, there we go. He's gonna do a bit of backstab damage first. Down goes the Wolf Rider. Here comes also the SI Agent, which in turn gets sniped. So very lucky of him to not play the Gadget Sun Auctioneer there. So that's pretty nice stuff that's happening here. Trinity again having a bit of a TV problem, we call. It's a bit of a lag after a while, it's been up. But yeah, he picks up Deadly Shot. Don't like the card. not in this kind of a matchup. You want to use that against stuff like Ragnar Ross, Ysera, not like a Thalnos. I know the Thalnos deal for 5-1, but yeah. See, because Trinity took a bit of a gamble there, cannot really fault him, but I would have went with the Eagle Hornbow into the Thalnos. That would have saved me extra 5 damage. And do note that you don't want to be in very low health against the Rogue. That's one problem there. So yes, what I would do is I would save up Daily Shot because the Snipe is already gone. I would use the Eagle Hornbow, pick off the 5-1, deal some extra damage with... I would probably not want to play Arcane Golem because the Mage, you know, turn 8 is just so good. I'm probably gonna go Hero Power. That said, Arcane Golem can deal 4 damage, kill command 3 or 5, that's gonna maximize about 7, maximum of 9. So 9 damage is pretty fair and healthy here against the Rogue. You can always swing the Eagle Hornbow to the face of the Rogue the next turn as well, but you really have to kill that Thalnos, if not you're in a really bad spot. Yep, okay, he's actually gonna take up the aggro stance and going for face, which is okay, also not very bad. Playing the Arcane Golem here is gonna be bad because do not Trinity is going second, which means that Wensushi is gonna have a total of 8 mana in this coming turn, and that's crazy. I mean, assuming I do not know the hand of Sushi, which I don't. Okay, he's actually gonna use or rather waste the Daily Shot on the 5-1, which is okay. It's just gonna bite him so badly. Oh, look at that Leroy though. Okay, no Shadow Step yet, so that's maximum gonna be only 6 damage. Blade Flurry, not much here as well. I mean, Sushi's hand is not a very good hand, even though he does pick up Leroy Jenkins as well as Edwin Van Cleet. But he's definitely gonna have to play Gadgetzan here. The thing with Gadgetzan is that it's still liable to die very quickly. And yeah, he doesn't know what's in the hand of Trinity. Trinity has got 2 cards there. We all know it's pretty fairly harmless. But yep, he's actually gonna swing his dagger in the face of Trinity there, and it's gonna end his turn after replenishing the dagger charge. Now it's back to Trin here. Trinity! What does he pick up? A Leopard Gnome. Alright, Leopard Gnome is not a very good card in his stance because he cannot buff up the kill command, he can't do shit. So yeah, what he can do here is probably to Leopard Gnome, Arcane Golem, Hero Power. That's like 2 plus 2, 4 plus 3, 7 damage. Still not gonna be enough, but yep. That's as far as he can get here. He needs to deal 8 damage after that 7. Leopard Gnome guarantees the extra 2. So where can he go to find the extra 6 damage? That's the problem that Trinity's facing right now. And it's not looking to be a pretty good problem here. All that we know for sure is that Leroy Jenkins is probably going to come up here very quickly, and Trinity is deciding whether he wants to go and pick up this Gadgetzan Auctioneer instead. Pretty fair choice, of course. The only problem is that he doesn't use the weapon, or rather the weapon is not really useful in that situation. So his choices are very much limited right now. Arcane Golem here could be used to pick off the 4-4. It could also be used to go to the face of the Rogue. Going for the face of the Rogue could kind of increase the pressure a little bit, but you're betting that there is no Shadow Step because instantaneously, if Sushi top stack the Shadow Step, it's gonna be a win here already for Sushi. But if there is no Shadow Step, you still stand a very good chance. And he's actually gonna play left arm. So Arcane Golem gonna kill off the 4-4 Gadgetzan there. Gadgetzan didn't draw a single card there for Sushi. So Sushi's turn here, he picks up a Preparation. Okay, that's good. So killing the Gadgetzan there was of course the right choice. Here comes the Sap. I'm pretty sure it's not really what was intended anyway. But yeah, it's definitely to beef up a very good Edwin Van Cleet. We want to see that happen here. It's gonna be so wasted if he plays Preparation into play Flurry. So I'm actually gonna think that he for sure is gonna play. Oh yeah, wow, he is gonna do that just to pick up the Drakester and play Edwin Van Cleet. Very nice synergy. That's a 10-10 there, effectively meaning that Trinity might be losing this game in this particular turn here. Wow, last 6 health here for Trinity. What does he top deck? A Blue Gill Torpedo. That's only gonna mean 4, 7. It doesn't have enough. Yeah, 7 because 4 from Blue Gill Torpedo and Hero Power, 3 from Kill Command. That's 7. He can, if Leopard Gnome died, it will only be 9 as well. I guess it's done here. Sushi is gonna win this series very nicely, and this game, sorry, and we're gonna have the second game from Trinity coming up real soon. And again, it seems really sad, but yeah, RKF is set to lose a hunter in this game, in this series here, and that's bad because you don't have any remaining good solution that could probably counter the rogue. So Sushi is gonna be the dude that is effectively just wiping out whatever he can wipe out here. Hashtag green here for Trinity. Pretty sure I did the math 3 times around and I'm clear that there is nothing I could probably do in this situation. And I think he knows that as well. But yeah. Said well played, he knows it's done. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are kinda done here, indeed. Trinity is more done than I am, but yeah. So let me put up the loading screen while I try and change the score a little bit here. Of course, Trinity will have the extra advantage to pick another class, but that's gonna be his second life already. The rogue deck is just too strong. I will not be amazed if there are a lot of people just net decking this rogue deck that Sushi is running. His variation of it is really good. But yeah, we are looking at a lot of extra possibility here as well. So don't want to discount them. Definitely don't want to discount Trinity. He's a very good player. I don't know if he's gonna play the Priest or the Druid, or maybe even the Paladin here, all of which do not look favorable against a mid-range or rather mid-game rogue. That's the problem he's facing so far.